Blessings, welcome. Om, amen. Shalom. I'm Tao Brahmachristofire, the founder of the Communio God Self-Realization Deificum Christhood, which stands for the God Self-Realization Communion of Christhood Divinization. And I'm glad to say that we represent a non-religious entity. I'm speaking for a gathering place, a threshold for communing with God and one another. And our main community is a global village ashram called Christhood Yogananda Global Village Ashram. And that's where we, right now we're building an online presence in a social network. So you can visit that at http Christhood Samadhi Church of the Way.ning.com. That's Christhood Samadhi Church of the Way.ning.com. I'll make sure there's a link for it on this website. But thank you for checking out the website. If you have any questions, please use the contact form. If you feel called to priesthood, whether to Pentecostal priesthood, Pentecostal Gnostic priesthood, Melchizedek Gnostic priesthood, the Messianic Shamanic Gnostic priesthood, or the Zion Samadhi priesthood, as well as the Brahmachristos priesthood, or the order of the Brahmachristos. These are all things you can fill out an application for on this website. So, and if for some reason that the link isn't working, or you're unable to submit the form, or the form doesn't have the updated title of the communion on it, disregard the title discrepancy and just go ahead and submit that. And we want to hear about your spiritual background. We want to empower people to be part of the universal priesthood in all religions, of the priesthood of all religions, and in a spirit of universal oneness. And that's what we're really after. It's to really embody the East-West unity, the unity of the Eastern and Western traditions of mysticism, of gnosis, of theosis or divinization, as well as to embrace yogic philosophy, not so much all Hindu, a major Hindu thing. Again, this is ultra religious. It's above religion. It's a transcendence of religion. This communio, or this communion, is we're the headquarters, and we want you to raise up communities in presences, both online and through the media, multimedia, through internet media. We want to spread the good news of universal oneness and we want to initiate a harvesting of the light seed, or the light transmission of higher consciousness, super consciousness, supernal consciousness, messianic consciousness, Christ consciousness, to become more fully united with our son and daughter nature, the soul's nature, the Atman, the eternal nature of ourself, which is the true self, which comes from the unmanifest. In the unmanifest, out of the unmanifest, this world was dreamed into being, and we need to know that we do a lot to contribute to the delusions of the world and the mass hypnosis that occurs, and we got to take ownership for that so we can become free and experience upliftment and upliftment into super consciousness, into awakening, into an awakened stance and an awakened activity and action with the world, with everybody we meet. We need to awaken ourselves so we can awaken the planet one by one, and we just spread it, and it'll spread like wildfire when we live in communion with God. And so that is the essence of the Communio God Self-Realization Deificum Christhood, is to live in union with God. The Father and I are one. The Father, Mother, and I are one. That's what we need to be able to say and proclaim with a blessed assurance. And what we want to really do is become present to presence, to learn how to truly awaken, which is to be present to presence, to pure consciousness, and to not let impressions or karma or delusions get in the way of us being our true self at any given moment, and to really embody the Christ teachings, not of Christendom. We are outside of Christendom. One of our gurus, our masters, Paramahansa Yogananda, he was sent to earth to bring Kriya Yoga to the West, as well as radically reinterpret the Christ teachings from an outsider's perspective. And he had many revelations and visitations by the Christ and by Yeshua and Yeshua Jesus, and the original Christ teachings were presented to him in the intuitive way, the esoteric inner way, to complement the outer teachings that have been long part of the traditions of Christendom. But as Yogananda said, and Yeshua even represented it, is that